welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Blythe. I'm gardening in Zone AA in Eastern Georgia. And today I'm going to be taking you on a tour of my kitchen garden, which is right here behind me. If you haven't already, go check out my in-ground garden tour, which is a few videos back on my channel. I decided to do them separately instead of combining them all into one, just to kind of give you guys a good look at the different spaces that I'm gardening in here. So as you can see, the kitchen garden is pretty full right now. I've got 6 raised beds, some containers, and I also have grow bags as well. So I'm just gonna go through really quickly and show you guys all the things that I'm growing in my kitchen garden. I say the kitchen garden is the raised beds over, but I did want to show you guys this beautiful peony that I have next to the porch, because it is blooming and it is in its 3rd year. So I already cut one bloom, and that's the only other bloom that it has on it right now, but I love it so much. And then starting here in the first raised bed, I have onions, and I also have some carrots here coming up, and these are just the like short and sweet carrots. I'm actually growing them for my neighbor. She asked me if I had any extra room, if I would grow her some carrots, so we're doing that for her. I'm not a huge fan of carrots, and we don't use them a lot, so I don't typically grow them, but depending on how well these do, I might save a couple. Back here I have a zinnia envy that I thinned from the in-ground garden and just brought it over here and stuck it in the ground. And then right here we have a volunteer zinnia. So I'm hoping that this is going to be more of like a precious metals floret zinnia, which I had in here last year, which would be really exciting. And then down on the end here, I have some echinacea, just some purple echinacea that's doing really well and is hopefully going to be blooming soon right here amongst the onions. And then on the end, I've got some lemon balm in a grow bag. So, and it's actually escaping the grow bag in a few areas. So I'm hoping that this will just become like lemon balm in time all through here, and I'll show you the time in just a minute. So I'm gonna hop back over here and show you guys all of these long raised beds that I have first. In here we have garlic. So it's a lot of garlic, over 100 heads of garlic here in this raised bed, and it is doing wonderfully. I'm really excited to see how it does. I kind of like dug down here the other day and like felt, and it's gonna be a good harvest, I think. Popping really quickly to the end of this walkway, I've got a olive tree, and this is bee balm here, which is like crazy, and I just stuck it in this pot last year. I've got like weeds galore. I've got to get out here and clean, and a dead rosemary. Don't look at that. I just stuck the bee balm that a friend gave me in this pot last year, and it reseeded itself and came back. I'm not sure how bee balm does or how it keeps coming back. And it's going crazy. I'm really excited. The hummingbirds really love this one, which I'm really excited about, but it is definitely struggling in that pot. I'll have to find somewhere to put it for next year. So coming to this first long raised bed here, this is kind of more like an herb bed, in at least the first half, and that's what it has been for the last couple years that we've lived here. I've got a rosemary that I'm gonna plant because that one died. And I'm actually just gonna plant it in the same spot as that one. I just haven't done it yet. So I need to get to that and get it in the ground very soon, because they do grow really quickly. I grew, this one was the size of this one when I first put it in here. So some weeds here. So underneath right here where this dirt is showing is actually a saffron crocus, and you can see some of them pulled up out of the ground, which I need to divide, but I need to do some more research on that. It does really well here, and I've grown stuff. I mean, this time is just taking over this area. I've grown stuff on top of it before, and so I'm just kind of like gonna keep doing the same thing and hope that it comes back next year. This is some sunflowers that I transplanted from the in-ground garden. I don't even know what variety they are. I've got sage that came back from last year. It's doing really well. It looks awesome. And then I have lemon thyme and regular common thyme here that is just going nuts, and it is going in the walkways, which I'm super excited about. I think that's going to be so fun to have it in the walkways. So moving down the line, I've got a couple onions that I stuck in here, and then right here, this is Euryngum, which is a flower that I had in the in-ground garden, and I was redesigning it, so I just stuck it in here to see if it would do anything, and it did. It was doing really well. So in this half of the herb bed, I've got my Dahlia experiment seedlings all in here, and I also have a cucumber on the back that I'm going to put on this trellis, and then we've got some oregano coming back right here. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that. And then right down here, I've got some chamomile that I just transplanted the other day. My sister gave to me. I'm so thankful because apparently chamomile does not want to grow for me. So my sister helped me out with that. I also have volunteer spinach growing in the middle of these dahlias here. So that's kind of fun. So at the end of the bed here, I just got some beets thrown into this grow bag. They're doing really well. I think they're like bull's blood beets. And then in the grow bag at the end of the middle bed, I've got potatoes. So I'll kind of like sweep you guys around here. But right here, next to our air conditioning unit, I've got more potatoes. I've got strawberries and herbs in these little things. I've got parsley, mint, mountain mint, sage, some other things in there. And I noticed that there's a bird nest being built right there. That's so exciting. This is seedlings that are left. I've got Lisianthus, some lavender, columbine, things like that, and just all things that need to be cleaned out from spring planting. More strawberries here, more potatoes. These two grow bags here are arugula. And then this bed here is more experiment seedlings. I've got some cucamelon growing right here, and some butterfly pea coming up that I'm hoping will go on this trellis, which is an arched trellis. Back here, this is hollyhock that I transplanted from the in-ground garden. Champagne, I believe it is. Look at, oh my gosh. I just noticed these mushrooms. Holy moly. Those are so cool. I have no idea what they are though. See, somebody's been digging in my garden. So I've got 3 hollyhocks here, champagne hollyhocks that transplanted really well. In this bed here, I've got peas along this back trellis. I've got a couple different kinds that are doing really well. Also, this lighting is immaculate. Like the sun coming through the back is like so beautiful. I've got some, where is it? Well, I had some, oh, there it is. Oh, a little tiny dill that's probably not going to survive, but it's the only one that germinated for me. And then I have some marigolds here that hopefully will take. Next to that, I've got 4 more dahlia experiments. Calendula, which this is the pink surprise calendula, and it is gorgeous. Like, how pretty is that? So next to the dahlia experiments, I have peanuts that I thought the squirrels took all my peanuts that I planted in here, but they're starting to kind of pop through kind of sporadically. So I'm assuming that some of these were taken that I seeded here. And then we've got some zinnias that I took from the in-ground garden and transplanted. And then we have lettuce leaf basil coming up and Thai basil, which I'm very happy about. I think I have some more lettuce leaf basil back there too, so we'll see how that does. And then in the grow bags next to this raised bed, I have lettuce that needs to be eaten. It's getting way too hot. It's about to bolt. I've got a ground cherry that I stuck in this grow bag here that is doing really, really well. And then this here is a pink variegated lemon tree. That barely survived the winter. And I finally got it moved over here into the sun so that hopefully it will start growing some new leaves and start doing really well. You can already see there's some leaves growing. And then going into this crazy bed here on the outside of my garden, this is yarrow asparagus sunchokes that I thought I got all of, but I did not, so they are regrowing, which I've heard that they're invasive. Basically all this stuff. Not a great place to have all this stuff in one bed, because I've heard that it's all invasive. And then I also have wasabi radishes planted in here that I planted before any of the sunchokes came up. So hopefully those do well. Here, yeah, so this is the wasabi radish, and then this is the sunchoke, so they're really crammed in here. We had a really good harvest of asparagus this year because this was its third year, and it was delicious. And so that's it. That's the end of the kitchen garden tour. I know it's probably short and sweet, but this is one of my favorite places. I love it so much. It's so pretty out here. I love walking around with a cup of coffee in here and just really enjoying it. I hope you guys will be sticking around for more garden tours this summer to see how everything is changing. And I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thanks for watching.